So guys, today here we have a brand new Destiny Rising article giving us an update on some progression systems happening within the closed alpha, but also an update on the Gacha system, which is actually pretty huge, and we'll dive deep into that a little bit later. But let's first go over some progression optimization changes mentioned within this new article. So, a core mechanic of Destiny Rising is the multi-character gameplay system, where you can freely play multiple characters. And while the reception for the system was positive, they identified one major pain point, that being the repetitive character leveling process. And the excitement and joy of a multi-character system should lie in the experimenting with the different characters, and not trying to level a character from scratch every time you obtain a new one. So in the upcoming closed beta test, you will see a brand new team level system, replacing individual character leveling. Our progression is now unified under team level, driven by story and exploration. All characters instantly match this level, letting you experiment freely, and the new team level rewards will allow you to earn exciting rewards as you progress. These are like small tokens of appreciation for your journey. Next up, weapon rethinking. So, the weapon attachment system that they had in the closed alpha didn't generate the excitement that they had anticipated, so they're going to be introducing a brand new weapon mod system. This dynamic new system allows you to discover mod blueprints through diverse activities across the world, then craft them into powerful weapon enhancements that dramatically transform your combat experience. These mods deliver substantially more impactful effects than the previous system, opening up exciting new build possibilities and playstyles. Best of all, you can freely transfer these mods between weapons of the same name. Next time when you acquire the same weapon but at a higher power level, there is no need to grind another set of mods. You can transfer the crafted mods you have already acquired, giving you flexibility to experiment and optimize. One example of a mod that they give here is Mark 10 Glass, which is a rare mod for your scope, which has a power of plus 240, long range damage boost of plus 20%, plus aim assist and reduced ADS time benefits. Alongside this, some additional progression improvements include a streamlined seasonal artifact system to reduce the complexity and create a smoother player experience. Next up, for system optimizations, they're adding a brand new master level difficulty, so they witness your relentless pursuit of challenge and players pushing builds to their limit, optimizing strategies and asking what's next. So the new master difficulty will introduce a new tier of GP strikes designed to demand precision, teamwork and adaptability. With the introduction of master difficulty, they've also added brand new rewards and a dedicated vendor to create a complete experience. More new stuff will be highlighted in a future closed beta test blog. Next up, Battle Pass updates. They're adding a brand new free seasonal exotic weapon at tier 50, and also adding rare items such as Ascension cells, legendary weapon mods, and relic upgrade materials. Now though, let's dive into the optimizations and changes happening to the draw system, or what I'll probably be calling the pulling mechanic, or the gacha system, however you want to call it. So in the closed beta test, the changes that they are making for the standard pool of characters is that the first 50 pulls that you make will now be discounted by 20%. So every 10 will now only cost 8 Bon Voyage charms. Normally you need 10 Bon Voyage charms to do a 10 pull, now you only need 8 for the first 50 pulls, which is really, really good. Alongside this, within the first 30 pulls, players are guaranteed one mythic tier character. Now take a note, this is for the standard character pull and not for limited time pulls. So going to be getting those standard characters pretty quickly, which is very, very nice. Alongside this, after 180 cumulative draws on this standard banner, players can select one mythic character for free from the standard pull, which is a great addition. Now, for standard and limited banners, a guaranteed mythic tier character will be within 60 draws, and every character draw rewards draw fragments. These fragments can be exchanged for skill tree enhancements and can be used to upgrade mythic tier characters. Now, this is overall really, really good, but one thing that we need to identify really quickly is the difference between the standard character pool and the limited character pool. So, for the closed alpha, I believe the standard character pool consisted of characters like Pan2, Ningfei, as well as Jolder, and maybe one other character that I can't remember the name of. Those standard character pools will always be available for as long as the game exists. They'll probably add additional characters to those pools, but for the most part, those characters will always be available. So you don't need to worry about those characters going away anytime soon. They'll always be available for you to pull for, so you don't really need to worry. But for the limited character pools, these are going to be pools that are only available for, as the title says, a limited time. So for example, Gwen might be the first limited character that is available when the closed alpha or full game releases. She'll probably only be around for, say, like 30 days. So you have 30 days to then pull for that character before she is then replaced by a brand new character. And that's kind of how this gacha system works, because there's a constant ticking timer on how much time you have left to pull for potentially what could be a very, very strong character, or a character that ends up being not as strong. And then you'll need to wait for people to test out characters to then see if they're actually worth pulling for or not, whilst the standard characters, they're also always going to be there. So if there is a strong character in the standard character pool, going to be very much worthwhile going after, but the currencies are kind of shared because you only have a limited amount of currency that you're able to earn through just gameplay before you're then going to have to spend actual money to then get these specific characters. Now, let's dive into a different gacha game to kind of just explain this a little bit better. So, here in Honkai Star Rail, you have multiple different banners. This one, a rainbow on Twilight, is a limited character banner, which you can see is only available for 18 days and 1 hour. Same here for Message from Beyond, which is also a limited time banner. But then if you go all the way down here to the bottom, you have Stellar Warp, which doesn't have a timer on it because it is the standard character banner, meaning that these characters that you see here are always going to be available. But one major difference that you'll see is that these character banners for the Stellar Warp require these grey tickets, whereas the ones that are limited time require gold tickets. Now you'll also see Stellar Jades, which are the crystal things in the top right. You need that currency to then convert into the either gold tickets or the silver tickets. This is going to be similar to the Bon Voyage charms that you'll be earning within Destiny Rising. I believe that the Bon Voyage charms are similar to the gold or silver tickets, whereas the Stellar Jades are going to be similar to a different currency which will then convert into these Bon Voyage charms. Now that other currency is going to be what you get from opening regional chests, completing activities and doing challenges, whereas Bon Voyage charms will probably be only earnable via buying them or by converting that other currency into them. So that's one thing to note there. And one also really neat thing is that the banner system in Destiny Rising is way more forgiving than it is here in Honkai Star Rail. For example, if we go over to details here really quickly, we can see the details here for this limited time banner, and you can see right here that you are guaranteed one 5-star character within the first 90 warps, whereas compared to Destiny Rising it's 60, and in the standard banner it's 30, which is absolutely insane. And alongside that, I don't believe that Destiny Rising has weapon banners either, because weapons seem to be tied to just completing activities, which is a huge, huge W. And yeah, that's everything that we know currently about the Destiny Rising closed beta in terms of its updates and comparing the gacha system to other gacha games out there. We still don't know much about how much all of these draws are going to cost in terms of actual money. We're still waiting to see what those conversion rates are going to be, but once we know more, I'll be sure to update you all. And with that said, that's it for today's videos. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.